So the first box I'll be attacking is called Relevant, still from VulnHub. So as you can see, I already kicked off the Nmap ping sweep just to make sure that everything was set up properly tonight. So it is going to be this IP. That's weird. Why does it say Cybersploit is running? Let me make sure that's the correct MAC address, because Cybersploit is the one we did last week. It should be FFEO. Okay, so it's the same MAC address. So I'm guessing that something is in the host file. We're going to have to change that. But that's going to be the IP address. Yep. So we'll fix that, delete that. So let's do a port scan of it. All right, what do we got? Port 22 and port 80, pretty standard so far. This is Nginx though, so it doesn't look like WordPress. That's at least something different. All right, so let's grab this, and we're gonna check port 80 first, as normal. So let's pull it up in a browser, see what we see there first. All right, so someone hackstored our website. So let's view the source, see if there's anything else interesting to find there. Nope, just some links to some potential clues. We'll also check robots.tech, see if there's anything of note there. Nope. So let's see if there's anything at these links. We got a YouTube video. Never gonna give you up. We've got VulnHub relevant boot to root. And we've got a QR code. So let's take a look at the QR code first, since it should be the most interesting. So we'll grab a quick screenshot. And I'll use my phone to make my life easier. Once I find my barcode reader. If I find my barcode reader, did I uninstall it? I know I've used it on stream before. There it is. So this is a UTP auth link. So that's interesting. One-time password, Patsy at relevant. Not sure what to do with it yet, but we will save that. Let me type that out as well. We might need it for something. Let's see. I will drop it in my Discord if anyone else wants to see it as well. And just the VulnHub. Yep, hacks are happening. So let me grab that out of the VulnHub channel so I have it. And there's also this paste bin. Looks like a bunch of usernames and passwords. So we will grab this. Paste those in there. We may need to separate them for some other stuff. So next up we'll do dir search, see if we can find anything else interesting. So we want URL is 5.230. We want to still learning all of these flags. E, we want PHP, TXT, conf, configuration. We'll start with that. And we also want, that should be good for now. Oh, we need the word list, right? I think we should be able to just do that, since I can't remember the right word list file. It didn't say the word list, but I'm guessing that's the right one, so that's a good call. Using the wildcard, that'll definitely help. So it is finding a WordPress site, so that's unfortunate. Let's make sure it is actually a WordPress site. So while it's saying it's a 200, it looks like it's actually blank, so that's alright. So we will try to attack SSH using these credentials. So let's grab these. We'll make two separate there might be a way to do this in Hydra. We could also just use manual since, I mean, we've only got 10 creds. But if I can figure out how to do this with Hydra, it would be nice. I don't know how to do this offhand with Hydra, so we can also just test manually since it'll be a quick test. We need to delete this because it is a different host, even though. Make sure we got copy selection, paste selection. Nope. I'm guessing it's going to be Patsy just based on the fact that we found an OTP token for Patsy, but we will see. I know there's a way to do this with some... I mean, I know I could do this in Metasploit, but then I have to load up Metasploit. Hopefully one of these works without any headaches. Okay, there we go. So, as expected, it is the Patsy username, so we're going to need to use that OTP code. So let me grab this. So let's see if we can import that code into maybe Google Auth. I honestly can't tell the URLs apart separately, but I'm going to try and import it into my Google Authenticator. See if it's the right type of QR code for that. And it is relevant Patsy at relevant. So I can't save a screenshot, but I promise it's using Google Authenticator. So let me grab the OTP, and we should be able to SSH in as Patsy. Okay, well, kind of. We were kicked out, unfortunately. But I'm guessing that's what we need to do. The account is not currently available. So that's not ideal, but it's a start. Let's also check the other accounts to make sure they don't have OTP enabled. I'm hoping one of these other ones can get in, and then we can enable the Patsy user, maybe. Oops. Well, that's not ideal. This account is currently not available. It's kind of a weird error. Okay, so it has no login. So we need to get a different account on that box first to enable the Patsy user, it looks like. Alright, so there is a WordPress site though. Okay, so there actually is a database connection. So maybe we need to set WordPress up. So maybe you set WordPress up, get a web shell to admin, then migrate from www data to Patsy somehow? We can also check PHP My Admin, see if it's there. Okay, that's what I want. So WordPress admin install .php. So we can't hit the database file. That's kind of annoying. We may not be able to get to it via WordPress. We need something on the website though. The problem is WordPress isn't doing anything. I don't know how we exploit it. Oh man, this is that Navi song. Let's scan the WordPress site anyway. Have I installed? Yeah, all this found was that. So we'll copy it for the blog post anyway. So WordPress is down. Let's grab a screenshot of that as well. Maybe we can find one of the WordPress pages. Let's run WordPress Scan. Please give me the... There we go. So is WordPress just installed on the root? I think so. Hopefully it is. Oh man. So WordPress contact? Let's try that. It is running WordPress though. At least I'm pretty sure it's running WordPress. Alright, maybe force. We just tell it like, hey man, I promise it's running WordPress. Because the page is blank, but maybe we can find some other WordPress pages. Plugins, themes, something like that maybe. Okay, so I think it is running some sort of broken WordPress. Yeah, okay. So let's see if we can find something interesting. See, I don't believe that there's no plugins or themes. There's got to be something we can attack. The WordPress is updated. Plugins detection aggressive. What about this? Maybe you can find something aggressive. If not, I guess we have to try a bigger word list for dir search, maybe? Hopefully this can find something though. Come on, buddy. Find something for me to attack. Quiet Thursday night. No one's really around. Please find something. Almost done. Okay, so there are 2 plugins. That's good. Let's look into these at least. We got something. Alright, we got... This version's out of date. Kismet is up to date. I know that one's pretty secure because I run it. WordPress File Manager from 2019. Let's look at this one. Okay, WordPress File Manager. What version is this? I wonder if there's some sort of arbitrary upload. Version 6.7. What does it say? Stable tag. Okay. So let's look for some exploits. WordPress. Is this file-manager? WP File Manager. Hey, thanks for the Prime sub. What's up, man? It's a quiet Thursday night. Oh yeah, I got a new emoji. Okay, so this is maybe from that new word fence thing that was in the news. This is pretty recent. Okay. This is looking very relevant. Yo, that's such a cool subscriber thing. I've never seen that before. I wonder if that's this theme or what. That was pretty dope looking. What? This isn't... Where's the code? Give me your exploit code. Okay, so this is going to be a sudo tty to give us some command execution. Dope. And I think we have Python 2 installed, so should be alright. Please copy and paste successfully. I don't think it did. Or maybe it did. No, it didn't. Or are the quotes broken? Mr. Hackerman, yeah. Something broke. Maybe something broke? I'm hoping it's just the syntax highlighting that's getting all sorts of fucked up. So I think Python, yeah, alright, so we got, and the usage is this. Ugh. Why is, Python pip. Hopefully that's Python 2 pip. I'm hoping to use your background tomorrow, Purple. I'm really excited. I'm going to try and do a value analysis video before I go to town for the week 2 packages. So I'm going to try and use that background. Should be much nicer looking than the shitty Excel spreadsheet pictures. Yeah, it should be good. Right now, I'm trying to hack into this computer called Relevant. Yeah, I know it's out of date. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. It should only need requests and sys. Alright, are we in? Yeah, we are. That's cool. Look at that. We are www data. That is unfortunate. That includes the, it's basically practice / puzzles for hacking. This is super gross. It's gonna send this ping data every time. Alright, we gotta migrate users pretty quickly. This is nasty. But yeah, basically it's a way to practice / solve puzzles for hacking. Alright, so this is super gross. Alright, there is netcat. Let's see if we can catch a reverse shell. .228. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was studying comp sci for a while, but ended up dropping out. A lot of security stuff isn't covered, and even if it is, it's definitely not offensive security. Most of it I learned on my own. Some of it was through school. Some was for certifications, stuff like that. CG. Oh man, this is super gross. That's what I want. It may not have the -E flag. Making a phone game? I've thought about it in the past. I never had done it before. I was trying to convince a buddy of mine to make the graphics for it, but he is not super reliable. Because I'm definitely terrible at graphics. I could probably code one. Yeah, they definitely make a ton of money. Alright, we can try this one. I'm assuming that means it doesn't have the -E flag. It's kind of hard to tell. I really want to get rid of it because it's sending like a ping image every time with all of our stuff encoded. I got our IP address right? 5.228. Okay, so there is no -E. So let's try typing it this way. Alright, that seems to have worked. Let's grab this. What? Oh no, that doesn't... I forget what we do. If we do it that way, it doesn't quite work right. don't think you could just pipe. We could just use bash. This works too. Yeah, that's not really what we want. Ah, we gotta copy this command and edit. We are 5.228. So we'll use a bash reverse shell, see if this works. Is there no bash? User bin bash. What's the problem? I want a legitimate reverse shell. Man, the Jets are terrible. Le'Veon Bell is already out too. The Jets are trash. Honestly, tons of companies are looking for software engineers. It seems like companies are always hiring devs. I definitely do not dress up as Adam Gase. This is the most relevant. That's how I feel about Adam Gase. Alright. Back to this. How do I get a real reverse shell? It would help if I could actually see my damn command output. Also, is my listener? Alright, my listener's back up. We may not have netcat-e. Yeah, because that command output goes right here, and we got nothing. Perl reverse shell? Try Perl. Oh, I hate fancy quotes. If you have a website, you shouldn't use fancy quotes. That's my rant against the internet. There's no reason for them, especially if you have command output or commands that people want to copy and paste. Fancy quotes break everything. They should be removed from the internet. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm editing this stupid fancy. Alright, let's try a Perl reverse shell. Nothing happened. Man, can we ping it? Alright, well at least it appears to be pinging it. Maybe. Alright, well, we're gonna have to reconnect. Alright, how the hell do we get a reverse shell from this thing? We're gonna try Python. I don't know what the hell is going on. I can't get command output. I guess we could just try and use this ugly ass shell and just know that it starts here. So x.php should be the web shell we uploaded, yeah. Okay. Both. It is my job, but I also do it as a hobby, so a little bit of both. I have a blog where I post stuff almost every week. I'm a little behind. But yeah, it's a hobby and a job for me. I love it. What the hell? Why can't I change directories? I can't change directories because this is not a real shell. So we're gonna have to look at files one by one. So let's see if there's any. Well, we found at least a password. But I'm guessing it's useless based on the fact that it says, did you think it would be that easy? Try harder. My website's mostly just WordPress with some slightly modified templates. I modified a template a little bit, but yeah, it's pretty clean. I'm not a web developer. More of a writing Python tools that work. I don't think there's anything super interesting in this WordPress installation, unfortunately. Anything at home? Alright, so there's Hacksaw, Patsy, and Relevant. So Patsy is a user like we expected. Let's look at Relevant. So Relevant can sudo, but has nothing interesting. Patsy has Google Authenticator set up, but we can't log in as her, unfortunately. Yeah, web devs can definitely make... software engineering and web devs, I mean, pretty much the same thing. You can definitely make good money. This is a weird X. We're going to have to copy that. Whoa, that's a sneaky file. They're really just being a jerk by having it like this. Alright, so there's a note.txt. Cool, there's credentials possibly for the news user. That's weird. Let's copy and paste those. This is useless. This is useless. News hash.txt. Yep, so basically a reverse shell is my target's computer connecting back to me, but allowing me to send commands that execute on that system. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's what we want. See if there's anything interesting, if we can crack it easily. Yeah, so it's just like being in a command prompt on their machine. It just makes life a little bit easier than sending commands one by one. It's definitely going to vary. Most PCs aren't going to have vulnerabilities if they're patching up to date. Like when there's a big Windows vulnerability, it'll hit all Windows or all recent Windows. But for the most part, it's going to be a specific piece of software that gets exploited. You can also Google for this hash, see if it has already been cracked by someone else, since it's not sensitive. Well, that's unfortunate. It would have been nice if it had been cracked. If you're going to have passwords you have to crack, guys, make them reasonable. It shouldn't take forever. It's just a time test. It's not... Come on. I'm guessing this is the next step to cracking it, but I really don't want to have to move it to somewhere else. So that's the point. Part of it is just learning the process. So just like if we change the way that something is built, learning how to build something doesn't make it worse. So knowing how to attack a computer is still relevant, even if the vulnerabilities I know go out of date. That's the biggest part. But other than that, some vulnerabilities don't get patched right away, and some techniques are always useful. So I may find SQL injection in an application today. It could be patched tomorrow, but I could find SQL injection in a different application the next day. Stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely a field where staying relevant takes time and effort. Stuff's changing constantly. Yeah, it's doing a brute force check now. Son of a bitch. I really don't want to deal with this hash. We're gonna have to use this hash. Let's use a word list. I don't know what kind of fucking hash it is. Yeah, I know, it could be every type of hash. You're not helpful. Challenge creators unnecessarily obnoxious. All right, let's just guess the hash type because this is nuts. Let's just use SHA-1. Yeah, sounds good. You too. Five passwords. What? What the hell? SHA-1. It's quite obnoxious. Oh wait, Google indexes Twitter. What? Alright, I'm gonna do this in another tab. I'm gonna Google for this, or Google, I'm gonna search for this hash on Twitter just in case. Nothing, what the hell? Maybe we use Rocky without forcing a format. Oh, it's gonna try a ton though. Come on. Yeah, I know, there's so many different types of hashes. Come on, please just find one of these in Rocky. This is nuts. How is it loading 5 different password hashes? That's what I don't understand. There should be only one password hash. Maybe it's not SHA-1. Do I just have to just guess? What other word lists do we have? I mean, Rocky's huge. I don't... Why? Why set up stupid shit like this? Yeah, it looks just like SHA-1. Is LinkedIn a hash format? I mean, it could be LinkedIn, but that seems highly unlikely, especially since we used RockU. Oh, phone call. Wait. Alright, I'm back. Girlfriend was asking about my food order. So I think I'm going to download the probable word lists. I think I have to crack that hash. So we're gonna go with the biggest probable word list. I think it's real passwords is the one I want. I forget the difference between dictionary style and real passwords. Yeah, real passwords, we're gonna do 304,000. Let's try this. What the hell? Okay, is there a bigger one? Oh, there are bigger ones. Let's download a monstrous word list. Should only take a few seconds. Probably don't need 304 million. Let's do 109 million. Stop. Yeah, this should take a minute or two. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have to crack this password. I don't really know. We haven't found anything else. We've got creds. The Patsy user we can't get to. Unless we can switch to the Patsy user. She has no login shell. Maybe that's what we need to do. Where are we at? Oh man, not Shadow. Etsy password. So hack has been bashed. Patsy's no login. But what if we SU Patsy? Right? Fuck, we can't because we don't have a real shell. I think. Can we get a real shell? This pseudo TTY nonsense is killing me. Oh, and now things are crashing too? Awesome. Okay. So that didn't work either. How do we get to a real fucking shell from this thing? Can we get a real reverse shell? That'd be nicer just for starters. This is basically the same thing. Alright, so this is Metasploit? That would be nice. EL Finder. Alright, let's see if there's a Metasploit module. That would make my life easier too. Let's save this. Did that download already? Let's try 109 million possible passwords. Alright, see if it's in the 109 million list. Alright, so while that runs, let's see if we can... Can we run MSF console as a non-root user? New Kali? Let's try. If we can just use the... what am I saying? The Metasploit module, that would make my life easier. Then we should get better command input and output. I can close this tab. Why does it think there are multiple passwords? Can we SSH as news? Let's try and... So that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Yeah, I'm guessing that it's just outright wrong. Why does it think there are 10 password hashes in newshash.txt? Alright, let's search EL Finder. There we go. That's the exploit we want, right? It is EL Finder. Even though it's in the EL Finder connector. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we can use the... So set target URI, we want that to be WordPress content, plugins, WordPress file manager. Show targets. Let's see if that works. What? Oh, because we still have this running. Alright. Let's see if that works. What? Yes, it is. It is one of them. It's probably. Okay. Where is the minimal.php? Because that's why it thinks it... Yeah. So let's look at this code again. So this is hitting it at /lib. Okay. So if we update the URI to have /lib at the end, and we run it, we ruin it, and we run it. Yeah, kind of. Only kind of. 404, what? Why did that not work? So, libphp, that's where we are ourselves, aren't we? What? Current working directory. Oh shit, we need /files as well. That's fine. If we go to /files, libphp files. No, that did not work. Oh. Where did it upload this PHP file? All right, it is break time. I have food here now. Slow night. Stuck on this box. Probably be back on later. We'll have to see. So started this machine last week, but ended up ending the stream a little early. There are VMs ahead of time, so I'm using someone else's VMs that have already been created, but I set them up on my network ahead of time usually. But I don't create the challenges, so I don't know how to solve them necessarily. So starting with this relevant box. So last week, found a website that was listening, found a QR code, used that to log into the host, didn't get anywhere with that, but ended up finding a potential username and password that I actually had to crack offline. So gonna use that. So I don't know if the user has SSH access. Let's try it though. Actually, let's make sure the IP is the same first. Since I did turn all of my hosts off. So it's still, so it's .230, so it is the same as it was last time. That's good. So I cracked the password for the news account between last week and today, and it was backdoor lover. Let's see if that works. I don't know if it has SSH access. If not, we may need to backdoor lover. I believe it was news. Let me verify that as well. So this hash was for the news account. Okay, yeah. Backdoor lover. So we may not be able to connect as this user. We may need to use that exploit from last time. So the news user grab this for the I actually don't see. Okay, news. So news should be able to log in, but let's just try and swap to the news user. We can't because that's annoying. So we need to swap over to this news user and then escalate from there more than likely. So can we... I'm not sure how we're supposed to connect as this user. He appears to be unable to SSH backdoor logger. So maybe we need to use the other shell that we had and swap to that user. SU news. I don't know. Okay. I don't think we can SU using this exploit. So let's open Metasploit again, see if we can use... The problem is this weird shell thing isn't working very well. So we may need to use a different exploit for it. Yeah. So let's... Okay, so if we put a web shell up there, we can catch that. That might work a little better. So we'll set up a listener over here. So we are 228. So let's use this exploit again. And let's make sure this is the actual URL of what we're doing. Okay, so there we go. So we see that this is the actual web shell that that exploit is uploading. So if we upload another /lib/files, okay. So let's upload a PHP Reverse Shell, use that to connect back, then we'll have a real shell we can use. Yes, there is malicious software. I want the malicious software. So we want this at port 4444. Can we just execute it even from here? That would be nice. No. So let's use this. Should be opening? Maybe something's catching it. Oh, I know. Allow download. Alright, so now we downloaded it. So let's use the PHP Reverse Shell. Can't see it, but I promise it's open in another window. Set the IP address. And the port. So on the target box, where'd that go? Can we edit a file at least? Let's see if that works. Alright, so this should work. Maybe. No. I really want to be able to put a file there. So what if we make it on our local box and edit the file, and then instead of that's not what I thought it would be. So we need somebody to get this file onto that box. I need to put this giant PHP web shell into a file. Can we use Excel? That would be convenient. No. Or Xclip. Ah, man. Can I convert this to one string? This PHP Reverse Shell is huge. I don't know how to get it into a file. Can we use Nano? See, this isn't a real shell is the problem. And then the Metasploit module didn't work either. So I need a way to upload a file. Oh, wait, hold on. I was looking at this Finder wrong. So in this file right here, let's copy it. At the very end of this nasty string is our, right here is the PHP file. So if I put this PHP file on one line, this is about to get real messy, but so this right here is the PHP between these two. So if I paste right here, yep, so this is the reverse shell in one string. So let me grab that URL too in case it does work. So now if I run reverse upload, it should upload a reverse shell to that URL. Let's, can I rename it? Where's that file name? Where's x.php? There it is, file name. Reverse x.php, just so I'll know, and then I can check on the box itself with the real one that it worked. So let's try that. Oh no, that was... Oh man, I messed that up. I did the wrong file. So this one, if I change the file name to reversex.php, it'll be easy to verify that it does work. So if I execute this one, we see x.php is in there. Oops, I don't know what I opened. Okay, so let's keep that shell open and then run reverse upload. Hopefully upload the reverse shell. Oops. Invalid syntax. Oh god. So possibly putting all of that on one line did not work. Where did things go wrong? It should have worked. Oh man, maybe PH... I'm trying to see if I can make this file itself one line. I think the comments are breaking stuff because comments are one line. So if I could just remove the comments, that might be fine. There are a ton of comments. So if I remove all of the comments, then it should be able to be on one line. Alright, so now all of the comments have been removed from the file. Now I'll remove all the new lines again. So now it's one line. Let's just delete this one. So now we'll edit this one, and if I delete this part, there should no longer be an issue with the comments. So it'll paste this huge long file on one line, but PHP should be able to be on one line as long as there's no comments. Remove that white space. Still a... How the hell do I get this giant file on that box?
Twitter is cracking down.
Whoa.
Thank you.
How do I get this file on the box? There should actually be another exploit. What about this one? So here's a separate exploit I just found, so let's try this one. And keep this one open. So that's fine. So this one, so if we create a payload.php file, it will upload it where we expect it. And is that the URL we're targeting? Should be. So it's plugins. Yeah, okay. So let's copy reverse to payload.php. Oh, we need to use Python 3 for this one, so. Okay, so it said it worked. Let's see if it did. If it did, then we can just get the reverse shell. I think it ends up in here, so let's go to payload.php. Okay, so it's hanging. That's good. Excellent. We got our reverse shell. That's much cleaner. All right. Now we should be able to actually do stuff. So let's grab a screenshot of this hanging. Let's grab this. Let's grab a link to his blog post. All right. So now with this, we don't need this one. Oh, we need this one. Okay. So now we can actually do commands a lot cleaner. So the WordPress config we grabbed last week, which was, do you think it would be this easy, try harder? Kind of fun. But what we can do now is hopefully you can SU to the news user, which is backdoor lover. And we are the news user. Excellent. Okay, so we have no home directory. Can we run sudo commands? A terminal. Okay. Let's get a terminal of sorts. We don't have Python. What? Can we just use a shell? It would be nice to get a real shell. So without Python, how can we do it? This is what I'm looking for. Let's try some of these. Try and spawn a real TTY. Can we do this? Nope, that just exited us. Okay, what about, which curl? Okay. Did that work? Okay. Oh, okay. Excellent. So we can run Node. And I know it is possible to escalate using Node. Let's just look it up, though. So there's pretty easy privilege escalation using Node as far as I know. I just don't... It's not posted on my blog yet. So let's grab this. So Node... This is the one we want. So if you have sudo, you can require child process. It'll spawn bin sh, and we'll just do this right here. Alright. And we're root. So managed to escalate the box. The shell is still super weird, but we've got root privileges. Let's go to the root directory. Grab the flag. Oh yeah, you got root. So anything else interesting in the box? Nothing in the bash history. We already know about Google Authenticator. Never gonna give you up is in the database. That's fun. So a nice rickroll in the database. Nothing else particularly interesting there. So yeah, that's about it. Pretty straightforward box. We started last week, so it's kind of a weird place, but managed to get access to the... Found WordPress, even though it wasn't really running. Found a vulnerable config that was... Or a vulnerable plugin that was installed, not really being used. Exploited a arbitrary file upload in that vulnerable plugin. Used that to initially get a crummy pseudo shell. Eventually found a note file that had a hash for the news user. Cracked that offline using hashcat. Came back, uploaded a better reverse shell to the target using the same arbitrary file upload. Used that reverse shell to swap to the news user. From the news user, we had sudo privileges to node, and we used a very basic privilege escalation to sudo node and get root and grab the flag.